Hello, what is up guys? It's EvilDuoSarm here today, back with another Blade & Soul video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to use a controller to play Blade & Soul, or how to set up your computer to be able to take a PlayStation 4 controller specifically, since an Xbox controller will just plug in and play pretty straightforward. So really targeted towards a PlayStation controller, but I'll show you how to set up an Xbox controller as well. It's really simple, it's just one option in game. And before you say anything, because I know you're going to leave a comment about how stupid I am, yes, I do already have a video out on this. It came out 2 years and a month ago, and I mean, listen to the audio quality on this.
Something I wanted to try out back in the day when
I mean, listen to that. I sound like such a prick. Like, what the heck? Anyway, we're going to be remastering this video for your viewing pleasure today. And without further ado, let's get into it, and let's get started with the program you're going to need to download. The program that you're going to need is DS4 Windows. This is my absolute favorite. I love this one. It's plug and play. It works on literally every single game I've ever tried the PlayStation controller on, so definitely want to use it. The link to this website will be in the description below this time, because for some reason my brilliant self didn't put the link in the video I made 2 years ago. I just talked about it and then didn't put a link. So link will be in the description below, or you can just copy the link that you see in the browser right here. All you're going to do is click download now and save this sucker onto your computer. After you've downloaded the file, go ahead and navigate to wherever it was downloaded to and open up the folder. You're going to see two options, DS4 Windows and DS4 Updater. Double click to run DS4 Windows. If it's your first time running it, it's going to run you through a little bit of an install setup thing. Where do you want to save profiles to? All that good stuff. Just go ahead and click through it. Nothing really too crazy is going on with that, and eventually you will get to the DS4 Windows program. All you got to do from this point is take the cable that came with your PlayStation 4 controller when you got the PlayStation, and your controller, and plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in. I did it. Once you plug it in, it's going to immediately load up. It's going to tell you the battery level of the controller. You can change whatever color you want the controller to be if that's really something you want to do. I mean, look at that. If I want to go for like this pinkish color, hit OK. Boom, turns pink. Super awesome little program like that. But anyway, that's what you can do on this page. And once it's plugged in, you're good to go. From this point, you could go ahead and use the PlayStation controller on Blade & Soul if you wanted to. Or we can use it wirelessly if we don't want to be bound by this wire, or our PC is underneath the desk or anything like that. If your PC does have Bluetooth enabled, you can hook up the PlayStation controller through Bluetooth at this point. So we're going to go ahead and unplug the controller, and it's going to disconnect us from the menu. What you're going to want to do now is navigate over to the Bluetooth settings on your PC. So on Windows 10, I'm just going to type in Bluetooth settings, and it's going to bring up this menu right here. My Bluetooth is on, and what I want to do is add a Bluetooth or another device. It's going to be a Bluetooth device, so I'll go ahead and click that. And to put the PlayStation controller in a recognizable mode, what you need to do is you need to hit the PlayStation button and the share button at the same exact time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Click and hold both of them down, and it's going to start to pair the game controller. You're going to notice the thing blinks really fast up at the top of the controller, and you're going to see wireless controller input is available. If I click that, it'll connect to the wireless controller, and it has gone ahead and connected it. Apparently it called it D. Now if I navigate over to the DS4 Windows option, you will see I have the controller connected once again, and my controller is going a little crazy on my computer, but who cares? Once again, it is the controller. I can change it to whatever color I want. If I want the neon green of my channel, I can get that neon green of the channel, which is pretty freaking cool, and the controller now works wirelessly. So I've got my controller set up for wireless playing, and let's continue on over to Blade & Soul and see how we actually get this controller to work in the game. So once you've navigated over to Blade & Soul and got it fired up, you're going to press the O key on the keyboard to open up the options menu. And this is where you'll be joining us if you are using an Xbox controller and not a PlayStation controller. What you want to do is go to the camera option and scroll all the way down the list. At the very bottom of the camera option under the game tab, you're going to see gamepad mode. Just go ahead and click that and click apply. That's going to set every single skill up in the game to be used by a controller. But this isn't exactly what we want. We also want to make sure another couple of things are enabled. The first one is going to be Simple Mode. Simple Mode is a new addition to the game since the last time that I made this video 2 years ago, and it makes playing a controller so much easier. So to enable Simple Mode, you're going to press Shift F3 on the keyboard, so you still need a keyboard, and that'll switch us between BNS mode and Simple Mode. So Simple Mode on now means that my right trigger does all of my main attack skills, which is awesome. Literally, I can pick up my PlayStation controller and just hold down right mouse button, and my character is now doing all of the main DPS rotations. Obviously, I haven't hit a thing yet. There we go. I finally got a burst bullet in. But you see it's going through the main rotation as a gunslinger, which is awesome. Also, a really cool thing is that Blade & Soul actually has vibration control enabled, which is something that you wouldn't experience just playing on a keyboard. But I mean, you can hear the controller vibrating if I put it close enough to the mic. So really, it's an awesome little feature that you would never experience if you weren't playing it. So to bind the keys however you want, press O on the keyboard and navigate over to Gamepad. It's the final option on the menu here. And you'll see all of the different skills and what they're bound to on this menu. You can adjust them as you see fit. I'm not going to give you a best preference or best setup, but go ahead and mess around with the control schemes to see what works best for you. If you're using the Xbox controller, this is literally all you have to do. Navigate to the O menu by pressing O on the keyboard, Game, Camera, and select Gamepad mode. Everything will work exactly as you saw here because the Xbox controller will be recognized by your PC as a controller. But anyway guys, that is basically it for this video. This is how you use a controller on Blade & Soul. The other cool thing is that the actual mouse commands are not disabled either. You can still do all of the mouse commands on your mouse and keyboard. You don't need to be using the controller. So you can switch between the two of them on the fly without having to disconnect a controller, go and do this. So nice little system set up here in Blade & Soul. Anyway guys, if this video did help you, make sure to leave a like. Check out some of the other videos on the channel. And if you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you at the next video. Peace.